Hello friends, welcome all of you in Rayat Online School Education for Junior College project. In previous video, we discuss on composition of two SHM article. In this video, we discuss on new point of this oscillation topic. So let's see today's new point. So today's discussion point it is energy of a particle performing simple harmonic motion. So today we focus on one single point, that means energy of a particle performing simple harmonic motion. So let's see. This energy of particle performing SHM article consists of three parts. In this article, first we have to see kinetic energy of particle. Second, we discuss on potential energy of particle. And third point, it is the sum of, that means kinetic energy and potential energy. We have to discuss on the total energy of the particle. So energy of particle performing SHM, this point consists of three parts: kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy. So let's see one by one point. First, see these images. Simple pendulum performing simple harmonic motion about its mean position, and a pendulum clock, it also performs simple harmonic motion about its mean position. So first point of this energy of particle, it is the kinetic energy. Let's see the diagram first. Consider a particle of mass small m performing linear simple harmonic motion along the path m and n about its mean position O. Particle P is at a distance x from the point O. So we have to know that the velocity having the formula, as we discussed on the previous lectures, velocity having the formula is equals to omega under root of a square minus x square. So we have to know that kinetic energy having the formula, that means 1/2 m into the v square. So this v term, that means taking this square term and putting this in this equation, we have to get kinetic energy having the formula E of k is equals to 1/2 m, as it is v square, that means taking this term in terms of the square form, we have to get omega square into the bracket a square minus x square. So we have to get the kinetic energy formula, it is E of k is equals to 1/2 times k into the bracket a square minus x square. So here m omega terms in terms of the force constant, that is in terms of the k. So remember kinetic energy formula, it is E of k is equals to 1/2 k times a square minus x square. This is the formula for the kinetic energy. So we have to know that the velocity equation in terms of the phase, it is v is equals to a omega cos of omega t plus phi. So kinetic energy, we have to know that the formula 1/2 m into the v square. So this term putting in this equation, we have to get new format of the equation, that means kinetic energy is equals to 1/2 m, as it is v square, that means a square omega square cos square into the bracket omega t plus phi. So rearranging and simplifying this equation, we have to get kinetic energy is equals to 1/2 m omega square, that means it becomes k a square cos square omega t plus phi. So this kinetic energy equation in terms of the phase constant. So from this, kinetic energy varies with time as cos square of the theta. Remember, kinetic energy always varies with time as cos square of the theta. So this one is the kinetic energy point. Second point is the potential energy. Let's see the diagram. Suppose here a particle is displaced from P1 to P2 through a small displacement delta x against the restoring force. So we have to know that restoring force having the formula, it is F is equals to minus K times of the X. dW, that means work done, having the formula, it becomes force into the displacement. So we have to get dW is equals to minus F of the dx. So putting these values in this equation, we have to get the new format of this work done. That means dW is equals to Kx into the dx. So total work done on the particle to displace it from O to the P is given by integrating this term. We have to get W is equals to integration from 0 to x into the dW. So putting this value in this equation and solving, we have to get W is equals to 0 to x integration, that means kx into the dx. So solving this term again, simplifying, we get W is equals to 1/2 k into the x square. This work done is stored in the form of the potential energy. So we have to get potential energy having the formula, it is 1/2 k into the x square. So that means potential energy is equals to 1/2 k, that means it is force constant having the formula m into the omega square. So potential energy formula, it becomes in the new format 1/2 m omega square into the x square. Remember, this one is the potential energy formula. So displacement of particle we have discussed in the previous some lectures, having the formula, it is x is equals to a sine of omega t plus phi. So putting this value in the potential energy formula, that means E of P is equals to 1/2 k into the x square. So x square term, putting this in this equation, we have to get potential energy is equals to 1/2 k, as it is x square, that means a square sine square omega t plus phi. So here from this we have to conclude that potential energy varies with sine square of the theta. Remember, potential energy varies with sine square of theta and kinetic energy varies with cos square of the theta. The third point is the total energy. Total energy, that means it is addition of kinetic energy and potential energy. So we have to get the formula, that means total energy is equals to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So putting the values of the kinetic energy and potential energy in this equation, we have to get total energy formula, that becomes 1/2 m omega square into the bracket s square minus x square. This one is the kinetic energy, plus potential energy becomes 1/2 m omega square into the x square. So here simplifying this equation, that means this one is minus x square and this plus x square becomes cancelled. Outside taking the common term, we have to get the new format of this equation, becomes total energy is equals to 1/2 m omega square into the simply s square. So total energy, final formula becomes E is equals to 1/2 k into the s square. So as m, omega and a are constant, so particle remains constant, that means total energy of the remains constant, or it becomes conserved. So this total energy formula we have to, again simplifying, we have to get in terms of the frequency and its time period. So total energy having the formula 1/2 k into the s square. So that becomes E is equals to 1/2 k, it becomes m omega square into the s square. So this omega term we can write in terms of the frequency, that means E is equals to 1/2 as it is, m also as it is, omega, that means 2 pi n bracket square into the s square. 2 pi n bracket square, that means 4 pi square n square. Simplifying this term, we have to get E is equals to 2 pi square n square a square into the small m. As we know that frequency, it is a reciprocal of this time period. So simplifying this equation, again we have to get E is equals to 2 pi square m into the s square divided by the t square. So from this equation we have to conclude that total energy of particle is independent of the x term. That means it is independent of the displacement term because here x term is absent. Total energy is directly proportional to S square, N square and its mass term. And total energy is inversely proportional to its the square of the period. Remember this point, it is very important. So see this graph. This one is the simple harmonic motion and this graph is very important. This one is the mean position. This one is the upper extremity. This one is the lower extremity. So from this we have to see some special cases. The first case it is at mean position displacement it becomes 0. That means x is equals to 0. That means velocity is maximum. Remember, at mean position displacement is 0 and velocity is maximum. So from this we have to know that kinetic energy having the formula 1/2 k into the bracket s square minus x square. So putting this x value in this equation and simplifying this term, we have to get kinetic energy is equals to 1/2 k into the simply a square. That means 1/2 m omega square into the s square. This one is the kinetic energy formula. Similarly, for the potential energy, that means potential energy is equals to 1/2 m omega square into the x square. So putting the values of the x in this equation, we have to get potential energy is equals to 0. From this we conclude that at mean position particle having only kinetic energy, that means kinetic energy of the particle is maximum and potential energy having the value it becomes minimum at mean position. The second case it is at extreme position x is equals to plus or minus a, that means amplitude, and velocity it becomes 0. So from this kinetic energy again simplifying 1/2 k into the bracket s square minus x square. So putting these values of this x term in this equation, we have to get kinetic energy having the formula at extreme position it becomes 0. Similarly, for potential energy having the formula 1/2 m omega square into the x square. So putting the values of this x term in this equation, we have to get potential energy having the formula 1/2 m omega square into the x square. At extreme position, particle having kinetic energy it is the minimum, that becomes 0. At extreme position, particle having only the potential energy is maximum. So remember, at mean position energy of particle becomes entirely kinetic. At extreme position energy of particle it becomes entirely potential. Case number third, that becomes kinetic energy is equals to potential energy. So solving this, kinetic energy having the formula 1/2 m omega square into the bracket s square minus x square is equals to potential energy having the formula 1/2 m omega square into the x square. So simplifying this term, we have to get simply twice x square is equals to a square. So taking the square root, we have to get x is equals to, that means displacement is equals to plus or minus a divided by under root of the 2. So at x is equals to plus or minus a under root of the 2, we have to get kinetic energy is equals to potential energy is equals to half of its total energy. Remember this condition, kinetic energy is equals to potential energy, we have to get half of its total energy. The next case it is at x is equals to plus or minus simply a by 2. Potential energy, we have to know that the formula 1/2 k into the x square. So putting these values of this x term in this equation and solving this, we have to get potential energy is equals to 1/2 k as it is x square, that means a by 2 bracket square. Solving this, we have to get potential energy is equals to 1/2 k into the bracket s square divided by the 4. So rearranging this term, we have to get Potential energy is equals to 1 by 4th times into the bracket 1 half k into the a square. We know that 1 half k into x square a square, it is nothing but its total energy. So potential energy becomes formula 1/4 of its total energy. So similarly, we have to calculate for the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy having the formula, we know that 1 half k into the bracket a square minus x square. So x square, that means this value of x putting in this equation and simplifying, we have to get kinetic energy is equals to 1 half k into the bracket a square as it is minus x square, that means a square divided by the 4. So this 4a square minus a square becomes, it is thrice a square divided by the 4. So simplifying this term, we have to get 3 by 4 into the bracket 1 half k into the a square. Rearranging this term also, we have to get kinetic energy is equals to 3/4 of its total energy. So kinetic energy, it is equals to thrice times of this potential energy. So at mean position, we know that total energy is purely kinetic. At extreme position, total energy is purely potential. So for this condition, x is equals to plus or minus a by 2. Energy, it is 25% potential and 75% it is kinetic. So from this condition, we have to draw the graph nature, that means variation of kinetic energy and potential energy. See this graph. This one is the energy axis. This one is the displacement axis. This one is the mean position. This green curve indicates kinetic energy curve and this red curve indicates its potential energy curve. We know that total energy is purely kinetic at mean position and total energy is purely potential at its extreme position. We have seen that kinetic energy when is equals to potential energy, we have to get the formula, that means half of its total energy. So the nature of the graph of kinetic energy, potential energy against the displacement, it is in the parabolic nature. So we see one example for this article. See this example. The potential energy of a particle performing linear simple harmonic motion is 0.1 pi square x square times joule. If the mass of the particle is 20 gram, find the frequency of simple harmonic motion. So this problem is for the 2 marks. So first we have to write the given data. It is potential energy having value, it is 0.1 pi square x square joule. Mass having the value 20 gram, it is converted into the SI format. It becomes 2 into the 10 raised to minus 2 kilogram. So we have to write the formula for this potential energy. We have to know that 1/2 m omega square times x square. So omega, as we know that having the formula 2 pi n. So putting the value and squaring, we have to get potential energy is equals to 1/2 m times 4 pi square n square into the x square. So comparing this equation, we have to know that the value, that means 1/2 m 4 pi square n square x square, and given condition as per our problem is equals to 0.1 pi square into the x square. So simplifying this term, we have to get twice m n square is equals to simply 0.1. So outside taking the n square term, we have to get 0.1 divided by the twice m. So putting the values of this m, we have to get n square is equals to 0.1 divided by 2 into the 10 raised to minus 2. We have to get simply 2.5. It is the value of the n square. So taking the square root, we have to get n is equals to under root of the 2.5. So taking the square root in term log table, we have to get the value. N becomes 1.581 hertz. So this one is the 2 marks question asked sometimes in the exam. So friends, today we discussed the major point, that means energy of particle performing simple harmonic motion. In the next video, we discuss on the new point of this topic.